Hi, I'm Lee-Loi for gigacomedy.com, and today I'm giving an interview about Hailo Cabs. It's a new service that launched in Dublin which allows people to hail a cab from their smartphone. Basically, you don't have to phone them anymore. So I'm here with Rob, who is the PR consultant for Hailo.
Community manager. I look after all of the social profiles and marketing for the Dublin office.
So how many users have used Hailo Cab to get to a destination in Ireland?
So we don't have that level of data available just right now, but what we can say is that we have 8,000 downloads of the Android and iPhone app so far, and we have around 800 drivers signed up and using the app, the driver app already. So we've got really good amount of activity going through. There's about 26 million taxis hailed in Dublin each year. We've around, the Dublin market has around 12,000 taxi drivers licensed and basically active, and we have a really decent proportion of that. At the moment, we're moving towards being the largest taxi network in Ireland at present.
So people who use Hailo Cabs, can they only drive people who use the app, or can civilians on the street actually hail a taxi normally?
Drivers can use the driver app to accept Hailo jobs themselves, but they can also take passengers off the street. It's a really useful function of the driver app. They can accept credit or laser cards from normal street hails. So if you hail a cab off the street, you can actually pay the driver using laser or credit card without actually having the Hailo app. So it's a really great system because it means the drivers can actually get more business. Yeah.
Next question obviously is, are all Hailo Cabs branded?
No. We have a small proportion of them are branded at the moment. We have about 20 taxis, I'd say 15 to 20 taxis that are either partially or fully wrapped. Hopefully that number will increase slightly, but it certainly is not a requirement that a driver has to have any sort of.
What are the prices for the average cab? So for example, do you have price plans like United States? It's usually $45 to get from an airport to any hotel. Is it the same for Hailo, or is there any like euros per mile, or how is that all calculated?
Basically, we know that the average fare in Dublin is around €15. Hailo passengers just pay what's on the meter, so there's a minimum fare of €5, and Hailo passengers have 5 minutes free waiting time. But other than that, it just uses the normal driver system. So the driver basically just inputs what's on the meter, and the Hailo passenger pays by cash.
If you want to be a cab driver, you just have to download the app and get started. Whereas Hailo in Dublin actually like an employment service and all drivers are employees?
It's just a pay per job system. So we drivers are made Hailo drivers by invitation only. They apply to us, and we manually vet each driver that comes through the system. So they have to be fully licensed and have all of the documentation. Once we see that coming through our app, we improve drivers on the system, and we take a 10% commission from each Hailo job that we give them, be it cash or a credit card.
Hailo is currently only available in Dublin. Is there any plans in the future to expand it in other parts of the city, or other parts of Ireland? Are you going to start expanding from Dublin, or are you going to start the major cities first, like Cork?
At the moment, the plan we set up in London first, so 3 black cab drivers in London and 3 entrepreneurs. They set up Hailo as a London initiative. Dublin was the first city after London to be set up, and by the end of 2012 we'll have Toronto, Boston, Chicago and New York set up as well. So we're expanding globally. In terms of Ireland, we've no concrete plans at the moment. We're considering our options, but our focus is Dublin at the moment. Yeah. Well, we have a number of zones, and we've got Dublin City itself, and we also cover Dublin suburbs, and we actually extend as far as Greystones and Bray. So we go out that far. Now,
so you launched last week in Dublin.
Yeah.
When did the development for launching in Dublin start?
Basically, we launched in London in November last year, and I suppose the plans for Dublin began after that, sort of late last year and into the early parts of this year. We started the office, we got our drivers involved, the driver team of Dermot, Dave and Bill, so they are kind of responsible for the driver side and recruiting. So it all kind of happened quite fast into sort of this year, April and May. the office was chosen and we've started to build up our team. The app was available for download in Dublin from the start of July. We've had our soft launch sort of last week. We've got the 8,000 downloads so far, and we'll be doing some marketing activity to boost that further, kind of going into the later parts of this year.
So you said you launched in London first.
Yeah.
Is Hailo an Irish company, or is it British, or is it American?
That's a good question. We're a London company, but we are, I suppose, we're a global company as well. So the first location was London, but we're a global brand. Okay,
so this is the part you guys have been waiting for. So what's some of the technology used inside of a Hailo Cab?
The passenger downloads their app from the App Store for Google Play, and the driver has a driver version of the app on their phone, and that's not available for download publicly. That's something that we give to each of our approved drivers. Using GPS technology, the passenger is located, so the driver knows where to pick the passenger up. The passenger can actually see the driver coming towards them on the map on their phone, and when the driver arrives at the location, they tell the passenger that they've arrived, so the passenger gets a notification in the app to say that the driver has arrived. And after that, basically, it's, you get to your destination and the driver enters the meter fare and the payment is processed on your card or cash is paid.
So the driver also has GPS installed?
That's correct. It's using GPS location for both sides, yeah.
So what's next for Hailo Cabs in Dublin or in general? Is there more web apps, web access, or just more phone platforms? What's next?
Basically, the key for us here is to grow Hailo into a really successful taxi network for Dublin users. As I said, the plans for sort of going into late 2012 would be our Toronto, New York, Boston, Chicago office will be opening, and then beyond that, who knows? Hopefully we'll be able to expand into other markets and really cement our place as being a top piece of travel technology.
Well, thank you, Rob. That was a great interview. So if we want to find out more about Hailo Cabs, where do we go?
So you can go to hailocab.com, and that is all the information that you'll need. You can also download the app from the App Store or from Google Play. Just search for Hailo and you'll find it. And you can find us on Twitter at Hailo Dublin and on Facebook, facebook.com/Hailo Dublin.
Perfect. Thanks, Rob. For more videos and other technology articles, check out gigacomedy.com. I'm Lee-Loi. Thanks for watching.